Good morning. I convene the House Education Finance Committee. We have a quorum, and with that, Representative Edelson, I think we will go to your testifiers.
Science of reading, the science of reading, the science of reading, science of reading. The science of reading practices based on the science of reading are necessary for some and beneficial to all.
The science of reading, science of reading, science of reading.
Science of reading.
Buying materials that follow a structured literacy approach informed by the science of reading, evidence-based programs,
Evidence-based practices, the science of reading, evidence-based interventions, a great match for our expertise, and we look forward to our continued partnership with MDE.
We need to remake the literacy curriculum to conform with evidence-based reading instruction.
Evidence-based instruction, evidence-based instruction, evidence-based.
Madam Chair, I'd like to move the DE 15 amendment. Thank you. This just adds some clear, precise language that references the science of reading. Every one of those testifiers we saw at the beginning, I believe that were the authors' testifiers, boldly stated that it's the science of reading research is what works. This is truly based on the science of reading. Structured literacy is incredibly important. We have that in there too, as I know the author does. That is actually the application of science of reading research. The term science of reading, which has basically, it's been removed from this bill now. And so we believe we need to put that term because as we heard from all the testifiers, from Dr. Gibbons on down, the science of reading is the foundation to what we're trying to get at.
We have to remember to see the forest through the trees. If you look at evidence-based under the definitions, and if you look at structured literacy under 10.21, you'll see just how strong that language is. Science of reading, evidence-based and science of reading. I'll tell you, as somebody that was held back in 3rd grade, that struggled with reading and believing that nobody thought I could, that I was dumb, that I couldn't. Well, I wasn't. I had something that was called dyslexia, and I had no idea what it was. I have 2 sons that have dyslexia, and in 7th grade cannot read.
There are a lot of mandates in this.
With 6 yes and 11 no's, the amendment is not adopted. Do the DE 14 amendments before us. Go ahead and proceed.
Very clear, very direct, and an unapologetic definition of the science of reading. The amendment prohibits the use of whole language, balanced literacy, and the 3 cueing system, purchase new curriculum, books, and training aligned with the science of reading. Science of reading to replace the toxic materials in our schools, grounded very clearly in the science of reading. Science of reading, do not be misled by the reading charlatans. We cannot turn our back on the science of reading. The whole language or balanced literacy approach is a scam. The real investment is in the science of reading.
The science of reading.
With 6 ayes and 11 no's, the amendment has not been adopted.
Curriculum for one classroom alone of 25 students can be $2,500.